Hi everybody, today is October 3rd, day 7 of my juice detox. I have completed exactly 1 week of my attempt to increase my health and detoxify my body. As promised, I do have some updates. As you know, I haven't been weighing myself, but I have decided to take measurements once a week. So this is my first measurement since I started. I won't tell you what I started at, but I'll tell you what I went down. My waist has gone down approximately, and I'm going to say approximately because I'm measuring myself, so it's not an exact science. I don't have a doctor doing this, but my waist has gone down approximately 3 centimeters. My hips have gone down 1 centimeter. And my neck has gone down about 1/2 centimeter. Now that doesn't sound like a lot until you consider that this is 1 week that I have taken these measurements since, and I'd say for a week that's fairly significant. I will measure myself again a week from today and see where I'm at, but I would say that's pretty good results. So whether you're stepping on the scale or putting on a pair of pants that you haven't worn in a while, it is noticeable that this juice fasting and juice detoxing does have an impact on weight. I continue to hear from people that my skin looks better. You can't tell from the crazy lighting, but I have definitely noticed a reduction in the acne, and I not only have a problem with acne, but just clogged pores, and my pores looking huge because they're so clogged, and I'm just not seeing the clogged pores nearly as much, so my skin does look better. Just overall, the tone of my skin looks better, so it's not as blotchy. So I'm feeling good about that. So that's status for today. So I had a good ending to today, but the rest of the day, not so much. I had a disturbing email from someone in my family last night that unfortunately I read before I went to bed. It's not someone that I have a whole lot of contact with, but nonetheless, it was an email that bothered me a lot. And emotions, of course, tend to trigger my insomnia as well as my eating disorder. So I didn't sleep well last night. When I finally did get to sleep, I was tossing turning a lot, so I woke up with a very stiff back this morning. And then my daughter decided to act up this morning, so it was just kind of not going all that well. After I took her to school, I came back, and that's normally what I would make my first juice in the morning. Now, the funny thing about eating disorders is that it can go either way. It's not that someone who's a compulsive eater always turns to eating too much when they're upset. In fact, today I've repeated some behavior of not wanting to eat at all. I was not hungry at all this morning. I didn't want anything, and I didn't want any juice. But I thought, well, I better have something. My blood sugar this morning, my fasting was 115, which is still within range, but I didn't want it to go any higher with my liver continuing to dole out sugar. So I ate a banana. And I thought, well, I'll have some juice in a little while, maybe when I'm up and moving around. But instead of gaining any kind of energy for the day, the lack of sleep caught up with me, so I laid down again and ended up falling asleep for 4 hours, which I was not happy with myself for doing, but there it is. When I got up, of course, I hadn't had any water during that time. I hadn't had any juice or anything, so by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all I had was a banana. So rather than spending a lot of time pulling out my stuff and making juice and assembling my juicer, which was the parts were still in the dishwasher, I decided to grab the bottled juice that I had bought just for such occasion. Now, I'm not talking about Minute Maid. I'm talking about the Naked brand green juice that, again, is not as nutrient rich as making your own juice, but in a pinch works. So I drank a healthy dose of that and was surprised actually by how sweet it tasted, almost sickeningly sweet. So I've definitely, because I've really been trying to increase the vegetables in my juices, and maybe I'll have 1 sweet juice a day. Usually around lunchtime I'm ready for something sweet. But in the mornings I don't really go for the sweeter juices, so I really try to do a good healthy mix of vegetables and throw in an apple and a lemon. So the naked juice, which has quite a bit of fruit in it, tasted incredibly sweet to me, but I did drink it. And then just kind of got on with the rest of my day, took a shower, was still feeling very low emotionally, but that's not really anything to do with the juicing. There's definitely a direct correlation between what I read in an email last night to how I was feeling emotionally today. But I'm happy with myself because I did not binge. I did not go off the program. I drank the bottled juice when I needed to, and then tonight I was feeling a bit better. I had a visit from my mom, and she helped me feel a little bit better about myself, and so I made myself a juice tonight. Felt better after that. Made some kale chips tonight. I haven't had any yet. I'm trying to decide if I really want to go for those or save them for a treat for tomorrow. And I'll probably have some kind of fruit later tonight just to round out my day. So, the bad news, I didn't get a darn thing accomplished today in terms of the list of to-dos I had. But the good news is that I did not give in to the cravings, and I was definitely having them. By tonight, I was thinking about a big steak and loaded mashed potatoes or a burger and fries. It was all craving. It wasn't about the physical hunger. It was about wanting that comfort food. But I'm sticking with it because I'm halfway through. I'm halfway through where I want to be with the detox, and why ruin it now? I've got one more week to do the detox, and then after that I'm going to start reintroducing foods. I'm not going to go for a steak the first day because I don't think that would sit in my stomach very well, but I'm only a week away from being able to reintroduce more solid foods. So I stuck through it. I am over it. The cravings are done. I did eat 2 or 3 of the kale chips to taste them, so I got my salt fix even though it was just a little bit, and I'm ready for tomorrow. So that's the good news, and of course the good news being that I've already lost some, I don't know what the centimeters per inch turns out to be. You can figure it out if you want to, but I would say that in a week's time to already have lost some girth is pretty cool. So I also want to thank those who have commented on my videos and continued to support me, and I hope that there's some value that you're getting out of these. I'm keeping this video log really for myself so that I have some accountability at the end of the day, but if it's helping somebody else, great. I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I want to leave with is kind of off topic, but has to do with what I've been going through the past 24 hours. Be careful what you say to the people that you love, even if you're angry at them, because you don't know what it's going to do at the moment that you say it. And I have found that I am not immune to being hurt by people that I thought I had finally put my demons to rest. I had finally said that person can't hurt me with their words anymore. But of course, that's not really true. Because when you love someone and they say something hurtful, it hurts. I am proud to say that it did not drive me to binging, and I'm trying to celebrate that. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling even better, and I will be able to celebrate that I did not binge today. But I just hope that my biggest fear is becoming like that, someone who is willing to say anything to hurt someone. And I've been told I'm not that person. I hope never to be that person. And if I have ever blithely said something to someone, actually I know I have, in a bad moment, in a bad day, chosen my words badly, to those that I have hurt with my words, I sincerely apologize, and I don't feel good about it. And I hope that you can forgive me and move forward, because carrying around any kind of guilt eats at you, and carrying around vengeful thoughts or lack of forgiveness also eats at you. It's just not worth it. You'll feel a lot lighter if you can apologize to someone that you wronged and I think they'll feel lighter being able to forgive you. Sorry to get so heavy, but it was a very emotional day for me. I wish I could just give you all kinds of peppy good news, but I'm afraid that wouldn't be a real picture of the way this journey is going. So hang on to the good moments, and they'll see you through the bad. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.